The Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Not your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have law degrees. I am Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical
Sons, baby. Yes, back again.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. How's the mental health?
Mental health is like the mental wealth. Strong.
That's what's up.
Strong.
In Canada recently, this past week, we had Bell Let's Talk.
Right.
Sponsored by Bell, and we do yapping every week.
Yeah.
I don't know about other countries in the world or other podcasts. Some are still going strong, some not so long.
Yeah.
But I mean, we do yapping every week, and we do check on each other on some real shit, some grown man, gentlemen stuff.
Of course.
And we do check on our peoples and stuff when they do let us know how they're feeling. And comments, YouTube, subscribe, all the above, and any place that you know you can reach out at the Sons, ask the Sons at podicalsons.com.
Reach out.
We do wait and are happy for your conversations, because we don't mind the banter and we don't mind the talk, and we always do the talking on this show. So let's go.
Let's go.
Looking fly over there.
Yeah, it's another one of those teenager creations. Supreme Clientele Barbershop always represented. So, this time it's the sweats. We were rocking the red and the blue tees.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was during the presidential week. I think that's why we had that. It was almost a strong connection for that route. Yeah.
Hold the fuck up. So hold on. Wait. Okay, no, blues Democrat. I run with it. Yeah.
You run with it?
So you were trumpet then, because you in your risky red.
I was in my risky red.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can live with that. I can live with that. I'm liberal to the fullest. I ain't gonna lie. At times I do side with the Democrats and the Repubs. But go ahead.
Well, here's the thing, man, and they've been really nice in supporting what we do. If you've seen our ads are running on their IG page. The Zoa, I got a new bauble. Yeah, they've been big supporters of what we do. Mm-hmm. So, we figure for the month of February, we'll run a little contest. You know what I mean? Run a little contest.
Give a little sign.
So, you've seen the nice tees that we wore from the Supreme Clientele brand. You've seen baubles that we've probably showed you on either the IG page or here on the actual podcast. So what we want you to do, this is what we want you to do. We want you to go follow Supreme Clientele Barbershop, right? The Zoa Wrist Essentials. Those links will be all on our IG page. Yes, this is a call for you to follow us on our IG page if you're not already doing so.
Facebook.
Right? All those good stuff. But follow those two, right? Then find a picture of the t-shirt that you like or bracelet that you like. Actually, both t-shirt and bracelet that you like on either or page, right? Then we want you to send that photo along with a message to anybody in your friend list, right? The message has got to read like this. I want the Podical Sons, so that we know, so that me and Marv know that you want us to do this. I want the Podical Sons to get me this t-shirt or this bracelet. Now, tagging us, we'll know. And then at the end of February, we will make this for what? March 1st?
March 1st.
March 1st?
Yeah.
Now, what'll be the Tuesday? What's the Tuesday? Because we got to announce it on the Tuesday.
I think it'll be the first.
It'll be the first?
I think it'll be the first of
All
March.
Right. If it's not?
No, second of March.
March 2nd. We'll confirm it, but it'll be the first Tuesday that we drop in March. We'll announce the winner of the t-shirt and the bracelet.
Yep.
That sound cool? That sound cool to me.
Yeah.
We'll leave all the details in the post for this podcast on Tuesday. So you heard it first. Get the jump on. Get your submissions in. I tell you, they got now. Supreme got some nice t-shirts. The tracksuits is swaggy too. But
I'm feeling the hoodie. I'm loving the hoodie.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can spring for the whole entire hoodie and the suit just yet. We're gonna get the t-shirt mix going first and a bracelet, and that'll be that. All right,
Cool.
let's
cool.
go.
Cool. All right. Before we get anything wild and about, R.I.P. to Cicely Tyson.
R.I.P.
How you feel about that? I know that was your boo cake, 'cause we were talking about her and stuff a little bit before, and then look how things happened with her.
It's amazing because it's like we forget about her, and then she'll pop up in like a Tyler Perry flick, and we be like, "Oh damn! Look, Cicely, look how nice she looks. She's still going. She's doing her thing."
Right.
And it just brings back all these memories of our icons who are still with us here today and what they've achieved. And it's almost like she's developed that Betty White aura. You know what I mean? Where it's like
I kind of took
You think-
Cicely more serious.
you think
I took her more serious.
you think of more. No, when I mean Betty White aura is almost like that at that stage where many have passed, but you don't think they're ever gonna pass.
Oh, okay.
That type of
Okay.
aura. Yeah. The acting wise, can't hold no weight.
Yeah.
No weight to
Betty's
to
in
the
her
queen.
own type of cast.
Yeah.
and Cicely's in her own.
They
type
own
of
they,
role
they
as well.
two separate classes.
Right.
But you gonna live on forever? Oh, they was in that shit together.
Okay. Well, yeah. R.I.P. to Cicely Tyson,
R.I.P. man.
icon, rocking the Sister Soldier black woman hairdos throughout the countless years, decades. Disrespecting an icon like that, but I mean, yeah, all of gone not forgotten.
Definitely not.
Gone not forgotten.
Definitely
Because
not
in any
forgotten.
case and stuff, if you were witnessing Cicely in her prime, you damn sure got her. I think the last thing I seen her in was How to Get Away with Murder, the Viola Davis show.
Right.
She's her mom on the show.
But this is what I'm saying.
So-
It's like she has decades of acting underneath her,
Of course.
belt, where it's you can know her from this generation. You can know her from this generation, or you can know her from this generation.
Right.
And she was just 3 years shy of hitting the century mark, man.
Correct.
So that she did her thing. She served Earth well. She represented, and it's sad to see her go. But listen, man, can we ask anything more from the queen?
No.
Nah, we can't ask anything more from the queen.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
rest easy.
Let's touch these questions now. So first question earlier in the week. Would you rather save 2 close family members
Right.
or save 10,000 strangers?
And see, my answer was 10,000 strangers.
I said 10,000 too.
I said 10,000 strangers.
Why you said 10,000? Yeah, you go first.
Because right before I start saving them, I'm going to hit myself in the head and get amnesia and forget all about my family members. And hopefully some of them, they're going to fall in that 10,000.
Close family members though, like here's my thing.
Hard to figure out.
So I looked at it like this. To my left, I want to say 2 close family members and stuff, whatever. For me,
Yeah.
that they would be heavy to lose would probably be my mom and my son.
Right.
So they're on my left. We're like in a big ass all white room.
Right.
They're on my left. And on my right, I see a sea of people. I can see the first few faces and stuff that's lined up in the front, and the rest I can just hear them talking and stuff, like begging for their life. I love my mom and my son with all my heart,
Yes.
but 10,000 lives, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot heavier than 2.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, 64% said family members though. So I know y'all ain't fucking with people like that no more. But alas.
We digressed. I mean, that's a small pool to rebuild the earth with.
Yeah. I understand some people just only fuck with the people they know.
I
and they don't
get
give a
it.
shit
I
about
get it.
people and
I
stuff
get
no
it.
more. But at least talk to the peoples. You might see that you share more commonality with the strangers than you
Right.
do might with actually family.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you might have the quote unquote black sheep of your family that might be the weird one or the different one,
Right.
and all the above. And let's say if you are that black sheep,
Yeah.
you might be super different as shit, but your friends or these strangers gravitate to more that you do. I've been an anime dude all my life.
Yeah.
Some of my family members might not understand my love for anime.
Right. Right.
But then when I go to something like Anime North, Comic Con, like the New York show,
You're gonna have more in common with those people. Than some of your family
exactly,
members.
exactly. That's it. That's all I'm
You have
saying.
more in common.
So yeah, so okay, 64% on that aspect.
Yeah.
So now the next one, the next question: if you were given the opportunity, would you sleep with your best friend? Best friend, opposite sex, is your choice.
Your choice.
Your opportunity.
We didn't
your
specify.
choice.
We didn't specify.
Nah.
Nah. We just said
Yeah,
best friend.
you know, we progressive over
Progressive.
here. We progressive.
We just said best
We just said.
friend.
We just said.
Yeah.
89% said no way.
No way.
Were you sitting on the no way
I
side?
was sitting on the no way side.
Why were you sitting on the no way side?
Most of my friends are male, and I'm not that progressive.
So do you have a female friend?
I have a few female friends, but they friends for a reason.
So you never thought of one day, like if given the opportunity, if set female friend,
Yeah.
you were single, set female friend just said to you like, so what do you do when you leave here? I'm gonna go home and just sleep. And she's like, you want some pussy?
Listen.
You want some pussy?
Listen. If we're single, right?
Hmm?
And it's a situation where we know it's not gonna make shit weird or ruin anything.
Howdy.
Yeah, we can
See,
try and squeeze
just
off some.
once.
We can try and squeeze
We
off
can
some.
find a way to make it.
But how often is that the case? You know, there's always something that's gonna go awry, man.
I don't think. So here's my thing.
Yeah.
The older I get, I realize there's no such thing as having sex with a person with no feelings,
Right.
because you're never gonna forget, especially anybody you slept with.
Nah.
Now you might not remember last name, social number,
Yeah.
fuck phone numbers. Definitely, people change numbers that often. But you might come to a point and stuff like, let's say if you were to sleep with a prostitute,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
A professional.
Whole fashion.
You slept with a professional. You're never gonna forget that you slept with a professional.
Nah.
And for the stuff you're doing, it may be a blip on her radar, or it may be one of her top 5 clients that she can never forget.
Hey,
so
possibility.
I don't feel like there's no point where you'll sleep with somebody and be no feelings.
Yeah.
I just feel like some people just get kind of harsh with the words. Like some dudes would kind of just shake off some chicks, and some chicks. I know some women said, if I didn't come, he didn't fuck me. I fucked him. So I see it.
In here lies the dilemma, right? Like, you know what I mean? Y'all were drinking, throwing back some, this is maybe smoking a little bud, watching this other next thing you know, we're fucked up now. So listen, man, you guys do the deed. Next day, you know what I mean? The conversation is all like, hey.
She kind of sound like a Maniower right there.
Yeah, cause now she, you know what I mean? Now she trying to play it off like the sex was whack. I don't know if I can be your friend. Now this is all different. It's now become, hey, dead silence. Yeah, so you still watching the game later? I was gonna pass through. Yeah, my mom, she kind of need me to do something. But this the game. Yeah, I know. And shit turned different.
The sex is
Shit
that
turned
whack?
different. If it's that whack, if it's that good, that's another problem. If it's good, then it's a...
See, so the thought always crossed my head, because the thing and stuff is that a lot of people, they would claim they want their significant other or their spouse to be their best friend.
Yes.
A lot of times, and I'm not poking fun at women, but I want to say it's majority women, but it happens to some men too.
Right.
They'll look like, yo, I want all your qualities and all your capabilities into someone else. And that makes no damn sense to me.
Right.
You might not find that in someone else, but here I am in front of you with all these capabilities and qualities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not risk it for the biscuit? Why not take the chance?
And I take the chance. Take the chance. Take the chance at romance and make the chance. You know.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm looking at.
Right.
Right. And a lot of times that, like, oh, okay, salute. I don't know. I didn't get clearance to this, but I know a woman.
Yeah.
She had her husband now. He was actually sitting long in the wind as in the friend zone.
Okay.
And I always clap whenever a man comes out the friend zone.
Yeah, that's an escapism at its finest.
Notice how I said the sentence. Her husband now.
Right.
He went from friend zone to husband. Okay, so
yeah. That's a good lead. That's a good lead.
You're goddamn right it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, your best friend could be sitting in the wind for that long, and they might actually be the person for you.
Yeah, yeah.
We just live in progressive times, so like I said, I don't know. Your choice is your choice. I just don't do dick. Dick is not my thing.
Where your best friends might be male.
Yeah,
Your best friends might be female.
I'm not into sausage, just mine's. Every now and then I might eat a breakfast sausage.
You might eat a
that's
breakfast sausage?
Yeah, but it doesn't shape. It's not shaped phallic shaped.
Oh, it's like the
flat one. The flat one. The flat one. You know. So that's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what it was. And like I said, we got some questions. Just looking for some answers.
Some questions. That's it. That's it.
Let's talk about this GameStop, AMC. Let's talk about these hedge funds guys real quick.
Right. Right.
So okay. When it came to GameStop, I said fuck GameStop. I'm not a fan of GameStop.
Okay. And why you cut GameStop off? Why you not a fan? This seems like more of a personal situation.
You want me to rehash my old trauma?
Can we rehash it quick? Is it something we can do real quick?
All right. Fuck it. Fuck it. Let me rehash this thing. So okay. Way back when, I had a Nintendo 64.
Okay.
I play Pokemon Go now as an adult.
Yeah.
I've been playing Pokemon since I was young.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
On my Game Boy.
Right.
So now, Pokemon's first game for the Nintendo 64 wasn't like the first game that came out on Game Boy.
Okay.
So my black ass, I thought it was like, you're going to battle Pokemon and shit the same way. I'm like, oh shit! On 64, I don't have to do it on my Game Boy now? I can do it on my TV? Let's go!
Let's go.
So, I pre-ordered the game like a jackass and everything. So, notice I'm still talking like I'm hurt. So, I didn't have a PlayStation yet, but a Nintendo 64, I had the 64, and the 64 cartridges were a lot more costly than a PlayStation disc game, a disc-based game, whatever, right? So, I took my black ass to GameStop. It was like, I think the school was out. So, I went to the mall, because we lived in the suburbs at the time, in like Pembroke Pines in Florida. Went to the mall, picked up the game. Got my black ass right back to the house, threw the bitch in. Couldn't wait to play it.
He was on a roll.
The game's called Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Snap.
So I'm like, oh snap, I'm about to have a good damn time. I'm playing this bitch. Didn't realize you really snapping photos of fucking Pokemon. You're not battling Pokemon. You snapping photos.
So head snap.
I got beef with Nintendo with that.
Yeah.
But fuck all that. I'm looking at stuff, whatever. Let's say I bought the game. My receipt said 11:09 a.m.
Right.
Went home, seen that's what the game was. I was emotional. You know, I'm an emotional adult now, so don't think nothing changed then. It's just more tame now as an adult.
Okay.
I probably had tears coming out my fucking eye.
Yeah,
like,
you got raped.
I didn't spend my money for this shit. I'm crying.
Yeah.
Losing my shit.
Yeah.
Take my ass right back up to the mall. About like 2:30-ish. Same game I spent $64 for.
Right.
After tax.
Yeah.
That's Florida state tax. Brought it to that. The fuckers told me the game credit they can give me is $25 fucking dollars. I said, fam, the receipt says today.
Yeah.
At 11:09.
Yeah.
You don't even have another copy to say, yo,
Mm-hmm.
my G,
Yeah.
all the copies we collected, this is what it is.
Right.
You can't even give me $50 out of the 65 I spent. They said 25.
It's crazy.
I took the 25 and
Yeah.
I said, I'll
Never
never
again.
buy a video game from this place again.
Mm.
I told them that.
Yeah.
I was a man of my word.
Yeah.
I said, fuck it.
So that's it.
My boy, I think when Dreamcast was over with, remember Dreamcast?
I remember Dreamcast.
He
I
took
remember
it.
Dreamcast.
Yeah, Dreamcast, Ready to Rumble boxing, like 2K football,
Right, all the
2K
classics.
a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
To take back,
Yeah.
the system included. This man saying in his head like they probably gave him $200 worth of credit. They gave him, I think, $70-something worth of credit for that. He said, "No, fuck you guys."
Yeah. Nah. Not worth
He
it.
put it in a box, and I think years later when eBay became popping,
Yeah.
he ended up selling it and ended up getting more money
Of
than
course.
he imagined
Yeah.
for the collectors and everything like that, right? So I said, fuck GameStop ever since then. So now with these guys taking to the stock wise, saying like they want to save companies, don't save GameStop. Fuck them.
They can't save anything. They're just delaying the inevitable.
It is true, but the
They're
thing
just
and stuff is
delaying the
that like
inevitable.
since Wednesday,
Yeah.
Furthermore, let me say this. Like I told you and stuff earlier, every fucking Wednesday in January, some shit has
It's-
happened.
Wild Wednesdays, is that where we
It's Wild fucking Wednesdays
Wild
in
Wednesdays.
January. What first Wednesday of the month? Capitol Hill got raided.
right? Yeah.
Second
Okay.
Wednesday of the month,
Yeah.
Donald Trump was the first president in history to get impeached twice.
Okay. Yes.
Third Wednesday of the month,
Uh-huh.
inauguration, and Donald Trump told you guys, "I'll be back," like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like who says that?
I'll be back.
We'll be back. Don't think this is the end of the Trump administration. We'll be back. And then this past Wednesday with all these stocks now, right? I'm looking at stuff. I'm scratching my head. I'm like, first of all, let me say this. I'm scared on what the fuck this Wednesday got in store for us.
This one's just got in store for us?
It's like 2021 is looking like ain't shit changed. The bullshit is still here.
Well, I mean, at least we drop episodes on Tuesday, so you got at least one more episode to get to.
We will
In case
see.
if the world goes to shits on the Wednesday,
Folks, we will see next week. We will see
Just
next week.
download this and listen to it. Listen to it on the Tuesday when it comes out because we don't know what's gonna happen this Wednesday.
Yes, exactly. But the stocks pertaining to AMC and everything, yes, movie theaters are definitely they definitely got hit.
Right.
The movie theaters and stuff, absolutely. Ben Dillinger and I, we went to go take in Tenet and the movie theater. I think it came out September and we ended up taking it in October and
Yeah.
the movie theaters were desolate. COVID.
COVID.
I get it. I see it. I understand it. Certain things they don't shake the same.
Right. I mean, and you really got to think about it with a lot of these premier movie houses having their own, their own subscriptions online for their streaming services and telling you, hey, when we put this movie out, yeah, it'll go in the movie theaters, but if you're also a subscriber to our service, it's also going to come out on our service too.
Absolutely.
So
Mulan did that.
Mulan did that.
And Netflix is notorious for a whole bunch of their flicks like that.
Right. So we're seeing the fact that, big releases are happening on your TV set.
Right. I mean, I looked at it when it came to the stock dance, is that they're saying the hedge fund people are griping because I guess, things were supposed to be peanuts and then they expected to drop out.
All right.
And then for it to catapult up, it's the power of the people.
Yeah.
We've been saying that for the longest and stuff, even on this show and stuff. We've been saying people united you stand, divided you fall.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, if you stand together, a lot of greatness can happen. Except for GameStop. Fuck GameStop. But yeah.
Well, I mean, the whole stock market world is pretty much bitching out of practice that the stock market does.
They feel it. It's like a Drake track.
I'm like, yo, this is what you guys manipulate the market. It's what you guys do.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Now, because you're not the ones doing it, all of a sudden now it's unethical.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, come on, come off your high horse,
Yeah,
man.
but welcome to the real world, bitches. Because I
Yeah.
mean, like the 1%ers, like we were talking about this the other day. We said I think they said all the millionaires in America.
Right.
So all the like the heavy hitter millionaires in America could all fit in Florida and have at least 100 acres between them.
See?
All the millionaires
See?
could occupy the whole state of Florida and have 100 acres between them. That's a fraction of the 1%, like of the world. We're just saying this in America.
Yeah.
So the haves and the have-nots. So I mean, if you have, share with the nots. Like, yo,
Come
if
on,
not,
man. Something.
we would dictate some shit like this. So
Something, man.
gotcha, fucker. Yeah.
And it's funny because the amount of wealth that, I mean, let's just use Jeff Bezos for an example. The amount of wealth this man has amassed, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way his generation of family can like spend it.
No. Even if you do outlandish shit, you're still backflip and laugh.
He's amassed so much wealth that the money itself it's become its own entity.
Yeah.
It makes its own money. Like, we seen what happened. I mean, the wife took how much? She took almost half?
Yeah, about 75 bill.
And this man still was the world's richest man.
Yeah. It reminded me of like what his situation is. Wealth is kind of like you have dead split ends on your hair.
Yeah.
And you cut it off.
Yeah.
And then you clip it, you got the new growth that's kind of came in. It's like he lost that, but he gained so much more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, if this is a way for people to jab back, I'm not mad at them.
I'm not
even
mad-
if
I'm
even
not
if they're
mad at
using punk ass bitch ass GameStop.
It's okay. It's okay. Mom.
Woosah.
It's okay.
You're a big boy now, Marv. You don't need to cry.
And you haven't shopped there since. So I mean,
Hell no.
Right.
I went to GameStop
You won.
Yeah, I went to
You
GameStop one day. I walked in there. I'm like, just to figure out when the games are coming out now.
Yeah.
I'm like, when does
You
game
use-
drop?
you
All
use
right, bet.
GameStop?
You want to pre-order? Nope. I'll go to Walmart.
You
Fuck you.
use-
I walked out there with my head held high and like, that's right. I'm a man. And then I was like, why you hurt me with Pokemon Snap? Like, I was still, I need counseling for that Pokemon Snap. Yo, let's talk about Jimmy Smacks.
Jimmy
To the folks
Smacks.
at home who don't know who Jimmy Smacks is, Jimmy Smacks is the new self-proclaimed king of OnlyFans.
King of OnlyFans.
And Jimmy Smacks, he tends to do the most.
Okay. All right.
He'll sleep with amputees.
Okay.
Superly, overly enlarged women with gigantic, ginormous breasts. That one lady, I think she has like, I think she said her one titty weighs 35 pounds. Yeah, she has like super,
Wow.
she has super shit.
Wow.
I can pull it up.
How does she move?
With a smile, like I don't know, it's kind of wild though, or whatever.
Wheelbarrow
But I
titties.
mean,
she gotta like put a wheelbarrow in front of her chest.
yeah, because I mean,
Walk.
that's how she walks. But I mean, he's been doing the most
Right.
for the longest, right? And I mean, with him and his nonsense,
Yeah. He's now gained some sort of status. Is what's happening?
Well,
with him
because
right
I
now?
want to say, let me say this: with OnlyFans, it's all about the content,
Right. Yeah.
and which is always the greatest bonus and stuff, whatever, too, especially as creatives.
Yeah.
Because we're creatives, and if you fit a niche market that they just like, then that's it.
That's it.
Right? So I don't know how much his subscription is and stuff, whatever. I'm not a fan of OnlyFans spending the dollars and stuff for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody can change my mind. Shorty tried to change my mind the other day. Salute to Shorty. Not happening. But this guy does the most that much where he finally sucked a dick.
Wow.
And
So he did the most.
he did
Then the most.
he did the most and then some. And so I didn't see the video, but
Right.
he said he put the video out himself,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
On his OnlyFans. And rumor has it he was going in on the dick.
Wow.
Like you would wish a chick would give you head like that.
Damn.
Yeah. So I was looking like, I don't know, my curiosity, I was like, I don't really want to see that, but I just want to know what kind of techniques. Because they said like, yeah, like he was just giving a dude head and he was going nuts.
Yeah.
So then like we all wait.
So I mean, with skills like that, you'd have to question if this is his first time.
That was the thing. So
Yeah.
so he turned to his Instagram live. I just happened to stumble upon it, whatever, because I follow him.
Yeah.
And he said he put the video out, but he seemed hurt.
Why he seem hurt?
That's the thing. So my thing and stuff is that I don't know how old he is technically.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a point in your life where you shouldn't be ashamed of what you're doing. If you're ashamed of what you're doing, don't do it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He put the video out there and he's like, yo, y'all know I be doing wild things. I be out here sleeping with little people. He didn't use those words. Mars being PC.
Easy. Don't be
being politically
PC.
correct.
Being busy.
I call myself a midget. They're little people.
Right.
He says he did all of this and all the above. You know he's wild like that. So yeah, and then he started cussing people. He started saying like, "Oh, I gave you a place to stay when you ain't have no money and all this type of stuff." And he looked like he wanted to do. He had like tears in his eyes in one moment. And I was like,
So is it the reaction that he was getting from the video is why he's starting to wild out against people? Because he's got to know that he's got to expect certain reaction from a certain segment. It's the world we live in. Not everybody's as progressive as one would like to think.
true. I consider myself very progressive, right?
Right.
But then you're absolutely right. So to me, let's say for example, if he did everything in the month of January,
Okay.
you pay for a subscription for like 30 days.
Okay.
And you expect him to be sleeping with a 70 titty pound woman, amputees,
Yeah.
regular IG models,
Yeah.
porn stars,
Yeah.
and then now you're looking like, which video are you gonna jerk off to today? Doop 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 doop, and then you see him like neck and chin in a dick.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. Like what did you expect? Like you gotta know some of the people who are subscribing to your OnlyFans are probably going to be straight males who are wanting you to pound women. Yes, they might not be the top quality of women, and they might be, some sort of funhouse to what you're doing, and they might enjoy that type of thing, right? But at the same time, people have limits to what they're willing to enjoy.
You're right. But okay.
And don't mean to cut you, but if I know that that's part of your world, and I'm fine with that and accepting of that, then that's cool. But if you have not ever made that known that that's part of your world, and then all of a sudden, I buck upon that, I'm either gonna be saying like,
Buck up is fine, by the way.
Yeah, I find.
You're Suffocate Marvelous again. You're a Jamaican translator.
Either I'm gonna be accepting and say, well, that boy's a wild boy anyway. That's the shit he does. Or I'm gonna be like, the fuck I pay my money for this shit. It's gonna be one of the two.
Me personally, I looked at it and stuff as same thing with what you're saying, but it's not. You shouldn't expect the average from his page,
Right.
or from his account,
Right.
Because the thing is stuff is that how many mainstream amputee porn stars would you know?
Not a lot.
How many mainstream little people porn stars that you would know?
Not a lot.
Exactly. So it's kind of like he's giving you this type of niche content in that kind of world.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna go into that level, I fully agree with you. But then my thing and stuff is that we don't know who subscribes to these OnlyFans.
We don't.
Because
We don't.
I always look at it stuff as that if it's a woman, like let me say this, if it's a woman, I feel like a man, there's more male subscribers than there are women.
Yes.
And if it's a man, I feel like there's more women subscribers than that.
Right.
Now, you might get the feedback because I know, like, apparently they say Tiger got a big dick. They said Tiger got a big dick, and he has OnlyFans.
Right.
And with him and his celebrity status, and then him sleeping with these chicks and stuff, whatever, it's kind of like a bang for their buck.
Right.
So I'm assuming his his monthly subscription ain't cheap. But I'm looking like, do you go with the Tiger or do you go cheaper for the Jimmy
You go,
Stacks?
Jimmy Stacks down here.
And you're looking like, you know what? You might just get to see light skinned dick any damn way because they both light skinned.
Yeah.
And then they just go for it. I was questioning and stuff, but I remember like I thought about like episode situational ... We got see my boy, he's gay.
Right.
He gave me the clarity, and I asked again. I'm
Right.
like, yo, does this make him bisexual, or is he gay for the pay? Because it is for his OnlyFans page.
This is true.
And they say a lot of the gay porn stars live straight lives. So,
But
what do you think?
But does living
He's like,
straight
but
lives?
they're going into a lot of butts.
Does living straight lives still mean that that they're really gay?
I see.
Because when he says it like that, that's what I would think. I would think that they're really gay, but they're living as straight males and they have beards, right? Whereas the
straight men, so gay men don't have beards.
no, straight men they have the women who are beards.
Right.
So
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But what we're saying is, no, straight men, but for the pay they're being gay. So it's something totally that's opposite of what he's saying essentially.
Right.
Right.
See, I feel like there's no camera trick game to it. So you do what you do, but you're doing it for the pay, right?
Yeah.
Like I used to crack this joke a long time ago. Like, folks at home, don't think that this question shit with us is nothing brand new to us. We're just this is our normal realm. I remember I asked somebody and stuff. I'm like, yo, R.I.P. to the dead, to Mike Jackson. But I said, I'm like, yo, if Mike Jackson offered $10 million just to lay in the bed with your child, are you gonna agree? Are you gonna agree to it?
Right.
They said no. So then I said, okay, 10 mil is a lot of money though.
10 mil is a lot of money.
There's a lot of parents that kind of just threw up their kids to R. Kelly without even a dollar sign to their account.
Right.
Right. So then the person's like, oh, Marv, you're fucked up and everything. I'm like, beg to differ. But then it came back to this. I think I had another question when I said, yo, if some Mike Tyson like amateur boxer
Yeah.
is to tell you, I'm gonna need you to suck this, you will be paid and compensated with $1 million.
Yeah.
Or I whoop your ass.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
How many people sign up for the ass whooping?
Some people's like, you're like, man, I don't give a fuck how big he is with it. I'm gonna take that ass away. Ain't nobody shoving a dick in my face. And then some other people like how many knockouts does he have? Right? So I said, it's the thought. And I feel like once you're there at the thought,
Right.
it's all onto you.
Yeah.
He's doing this for the clout. We know a lot of these younger people operate in the clout.
Oh yeah.
We know they operate
clout
in the
world,
money, the money realm.
Right.
And everything. I get it. I understand it. But the fact he wasn't owning up to it,
Yeah.
like he's like, yeah, I put the video out there, but he was hurt by it. He was ashamed. Bro, don't go on your live. Don't do no damage control. Just delete the video. I didn't say it wasn't you. And if that guy comes forward, ask him, show me proof.
But how can you put? He put the video out.
You're right.
How you gonna be hurt and ashamed if you put the video out?
You have shame in your game. But I heard the head game was phenomenal. That's what I heard. I didn't see it. Hand to God, I didn't see it.
And he should have no shame.
I just couldn't took one. I couldn't took one to the face. I don't know. That's just me. I'm not judging. We don't judge here on the Podical Son. Smooth judges me. I don't judge.
But I mean, we're definitely seeing the most being done just for the sake of going viral. Like what's this thing going on right? Like, it looks like the tut dance. People are doing this. Walking and doing this.
Yeah.
I don't know what that shit is called.
Right, the
but
tut, yeah.
but it's something that's come up. Like I just seen like a video with two chicks in bikini and fur boots on in the middle of dead ass winter, following behind each other doing the dance. And I'm like, I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, but this looks so stupid. And I got to think to myself, yeah, but I'm at the age and probably in the temperament right now thinking, yeah, this looks so stupid, but it's not being done for me. Right now, it's being done for the person who's probably
Exactly.
underage,
I was going to say that.
high and drunk out of their mind and say, yo, this is the shit.
You are absolutely right.
And then it's like, and then it says, okay. It makes me say, okay, this is what I got to understand, that I'm putting myself into this part of the world. I don't belong to this world. I'm a visitor to the world. So I can't act like anything out of pocket should be shocked to me. If it's shocking to me, out of pocket to me, then I need to just go back to my planet and stay in my world that I'm coming from.
Very true.
That's it.
So let's talk about T.I. and Tiny. Have you heard?
Nah, they at it again?
T.I. and Tiny has apparently they have some charges pending against them and stuff for sexual assault. I think they're running their own sex cult.
Okay.
So apparently now there's a young lady, she came forward.
Right.
And she said T.I.
Yeah.
T.I. held her kind of against her will in his house. And
these niggas pulling some R. Kelly shit.
Leave Robert Sylvester alone. He's serving his time right now. Yeah.
Okay.
So he had the young lady in her house and in his house, and he's smashing her out, banging her out. Apparently, she wants to leave.
Yeah.
His bodyguards and security detail and stuff is saying like, nah, she can't leave. And then when he's done, he's like, get this crying motherfucker out my house. That's what she allegedly claimed. Allegedly, she claimed that. But she said she spoke to other young women and stuff that's been in the same predicament.
Right.
And a few others said that they were forced to have a menage with T.I. and Tiny. Okay. They were forced to menage it out and stuff with T.I. and Tiny.
Right.
And one young lady said she actually bled from her vaginal canal and everything. And when she bled, that's when they decided to throw her out and stuff and kick her out and everything like that. But they said they threw money at her.
Right.
To kind of silence her.
Yo, hush. They gave it a hush.
The hush money. But hush money is not a small figure.
No. Especially in this day.
Way back then, hush money could be hush money could be like bubblegum money, like back in the day in the gas station. You can
throw out a figure and say, all right, and some motherfuckers would be happy. Nah. Try throwing out a figure right now and be prepared to negotiate 3 or 4 times.
I'm gonna look at your fame and your net worth first before I agree to any kind of hush money thing. Let me run a Google search real quick. And your net worth is what? 100,000?
Don't make me find out you got shit coming out. Oh, you got shit about to be released a few months from now?
Yeah. I'll drop it then.
I start reminding you of shit. Remember, you was filming 3 Days of Cop last year, right? That's slated to release. I'm pretty sure.
You want to make that movie money? You want to make that money, honey? I mean, so with the sex cult thing, because they said if both of the Harrises, because his real name is Clifford T.I. Harris,
right?
And Tiny Harris. Except the Harrises are both agreeing on board with several cases because they said there was over 15 women and counting. So, like I said, we don't know the validity. Same thing with the Cosby thing. We don't know the validity where you have 40 people on the New Yorker and only one woman have actual proof.
Right.
I looked at it and stuff as that not only they're running like they're trying to do a bootleg T.I., but I mean, if a couple runs a sex cult together, doesn't a couple stay together? No, no, isn't that it? No, it's one thing.
It might be one of those activities that forms a bond. I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. Because all right, R. Kelly, his wife wasn't with that. She was locked up in freaking rooms and everything, traumatized with the kids.
Right.
While he's probably pissing on girls downstairs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For all we know, she could have been in the same damn house. Right.
I think
but husband and wife, like T.I.'s probably smashing her out allegedly, and Tiny's probably riding the girl's face. She's probably just I don't know, allegedly,
yeah.
And so I was like, is that? I'm not married no more. Like, is that what you guys are into? That's married couples. Is that the new trend for married couples?
It's not something that we've discussed.
Okay, Choir minds want to know.
But I mean, it's something that's I would say is probably rapid in Hollywood though.
Sex cults or
cults,
menages.
Menages. I think, I mean, it's a place where we, if any place I see that flourishing,
So okay,
that in Sin City.
okay. Let's say your woman was top tier actress or top tier moneymaker, known celebrity, and you're just kind of like handsome dude, arm candy.
Yeah.
See, I didn't throw no shade at you.
No,
Handsome man, arm candy.
I'm candy.
You're arm candy.
I'm candy.
You're out there and stuff with her and everything, and she's like, "Yo, babe, I want to bring home this big dick dude to join us.
Right.
Are you down for the ride?"
No.
You had a somber ass. Nah.
Nah.
Why you say no like that? For?
If it's ever to be a menage like that, the dick's got to be smaller than mine. Yeah.
But it might not give her the pleasing factor.
That's okay.
Cause
That's okay.
I mean, look, if
Listen, we all got to give and take. Because if
if-
I'm gonna say yes, then you got to take the fact that you can't have the pleasing factor.
here's my thing. I understand what someone be like. Look, if you have a man as a woman, if you have a man who has, let's say, a 6-inch penis, because we had a discussion the other day. I was talking to somebody. They said if it's smaller than 5 inches,
Yeah.
it's a weenie. If it's 6 inches to 7, it's a penis.
Right.
And like 8 and up is dick and
Yeah.
cock.
Okay.
Clearly, it's not a black woman I was talking to. With,
Yeah.
She said cock.
Yeah, she's talking
Right.
cock.
So now, say you're working with. I don't know what you're working with. I told you I will watch a sex tape.
You
Though.
will watch a sex tape.
Say you're working with 7 inches.
Right.
7 inches of penis. There you go.
yeah,
Work with me.
yeah,
Work around
yeah,
with me.
yeah.
So you're working with 7 inches of penis. You think that for her to bring home somebody, for you and set guy to smash, should be smaller than 7 inches?
7 inches or less. I don't want to be in the bedroom looking at the dick. the cock. No.
I'm done. I'm done.
No.
I'm done. I got
Then
hot.
Slade in my position? Nigga, you gotta go last.
Yo, you gotta go last. So okay, she's getting best of both worlds.
Again, best of both worlds. Okay.
You smashing it out. He's gonna go last. He's gonna go after you.
You going after him.
So she gotta jam this cock in her mouth. You bout that? You still want him to go last?
Listen, man. I'm leaving the room at that point. If this is what you wanted, I've done my part. I'm gonna go get a Coke. Have a smile in the living room. That's what I'm about. That's what
Fuck
I'm
it,
about
just
to
tap
do.
out.
That's what
Just tap
I'm about
out.
to do.
Just tap out.
Yeah, I hear you, honey. No, it's okay. I told you. Should have stuck with the penis.
Yeah, I'm done. Ladies and gentlemen, the heart wants what the heart wants.
Heart wants what the heart wants.
You do what you do. If
Be fond.
I get booed up again, I don't know if I'm down for that ride. No, because
No.
no.
Not you.
I wouldn't want that in my marriage. No. I would just pay the hush money by my damn self. Yo,
No cock holding over there.
no, I can't. That's the funniest porn in the world to me. I told you.
I don't know how to do it.
I would love to see the porn after that. Not even a porn, just 15 minutes after that. You watch a woman get the dog shit fucked out of her by some other big dick dude, and now she's like, whew. You see her have probably 3 or 4 vaginal orgasms, shaking, her hair fucked up, makeup all smeared, and then now you gotta go home with her. Say you didn't do it at your house. You gotta go home with her in that car ride. She's gotta just drive and she's gotta sit there like, you never made sounds like that with me.
So, honey, that adjective that you used to describe, that's a new one.
She's like, oh, this is ginormous. My insides are coming out. You'd be like, you never said that with me. I've never experienced that, honey. No. She's like, oh, it was just a once in a lifetime thing. Didn't it sound like it's a once in a lifetime thing? It sounded like you can't wait to go on the ride again. Yo. Oh, man, I don't know, because that it would definitely be an argument with me.
Yeah.
It would definitely be an argument with me, and it won't be a one argument. It'll be a continuous argument thing. Like I couldn't. I couldn't.
Couldn't do it.
Could be like,
Couldn't do it.
what the fuck was all that? I might have breakfast like 2 days later or something like that. Morning, morning. And she try to kiss you like, hey, wait. I know what your mouth been. Watch out now. All the Listerine in the world could have raped that from my memory.
No. That's engraved. It's
Yo,
engraved.
if you had an argument with somebody, right?
Yeah.
And you fully didn't get your point across,
Right.
would you reopen the argument
Nah.
to get the other points across?
Nah, I let sleeping dogs lie where they may.
So even like afterwards, like you had valid points you thought of? It might just being petty because I feel like
Yeah, at that point you're just being petty.
Is he just being petty?
You're just being petty.
Because it's been like,
I mean, if there's a chance that the argument comes back up again,
yeah.
then by all means go ahead and throw those points in. But just to bring the argument, I think I watched a Seinfeld episode like that where George tried to bring up a nickname. Tried to nickname himself, man, and they gave him a whack name, and he didn't like it. And so he came up with this elaborate scheme. It's an elaborate plot
Yeah.
to cook up for the situation to arise once more. So now he can nickname himself. And it just went all bad.
Really?
So no. Just keep your pride intact, save the argument. If it comes up again, then by all means.
See when it comes to arguments and stuff like that, I just keep receipts. I'm a receipt person because I don't feel like, and I think it's fucked up and stuff how I do it too. But I understand how some people just kind of do it like at the moment. See, my thing and stuff is that if I'm in a relationship, or something,
Yeah.
I'll have an issue, but I look at it like, you know what, it's not worth blowing up over because this is just like one thing. Right? I'll nip it in the butt if it's something drastic.
Right.
But if it's something like,
right.
be like, what the fuck? You know what? I ain't worried about nothing. But now when it comes to something major,
Yeah.
I'd be like, look, heifer, you did this major, but the other minor things you had was think, to lead up to the major.
This is true. Well, you know what, Marv? I didn't want to bring this up.
Oh, shit.
But now that we're here, I was trying to figure out how to rework this, and I was gonna let it die. But now I don't have to. This is perfect. This is perfect.
This is a safe zone.
This is perfect.
This is a
now
safe place.
I don't have to.
This is a safe place.
So, a couple episodes ago,
Okay, bring it up.
when we were arguing about wills,
About what?
about wills,
Okay, yeah.
and we were saying you need a will in order to make sure the money goes to the loved ones.
To the proper place.
Right?
Right.
And I was saying, I think it could go to the loved ones even without the will. Right? You're
Right.
saying, well, maybe after the bills are all paid like that, they might get a little something. But there has to be a will in place.
Right.
And I'm saying, even in Canada? In Ontario? Can't we just rock with that? And he's like, no. A will has to be in place.
Yeah, I said,
I said,
Google
we're
it.
going to Google
I said,
it and look
Google
it up. Well, I Googled it and looked it up.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have a will.
You don't need a will in Ontario.
Don't need a will.
And
After
this is in
all-
Ontario or in Canada?
Ontario.
Okay.
After all the beneficiaries are paid off, that money goes to next of kin and it's divided equally throughout the next of kin.
So that
I actually took a snapshot of this shit because I was getting ready to send it to you.
That's cool.
That's
cool.
I was like, it's already
you're gonna wait. Oh,
it's already gone.
But you still got the proof in your fucking phone, though.
No need to rehash.
You still got the proof in your phone. This guy.
It's sitting in the phone somewhere.
Well,
but hey, this was a perfect conversation.
Which is cool.
Bring it back.
Which is kosher because the thing is stuff too is that my thing is that if it's closed, let me say this: if it's not a detrimental breaking thing, which you don't know, the last straw might break a camel's back.
Yeah.
Use your discretion to how much you know of the person.
Yeah.
Whether it be a woman, a spouse, significant other, whoever the hell. You know me, I know you.
Yeah.
You know for a fact. I get the text message one day. Say you send the text message and stuff like last night. I'm like, I know. This nigga's stupid. I look at the phone, I'm like, let me open this up. You know, you got the 3D touch?
Yeah.
I open this shit up, I'm like, Are you fucking kidding me? You wasted your data to send this shit to me? Are you serious? Fuck a podcast. I'm out. Then we good. We Gucci. Because you know me and I know you and you know it ain't about that. But some people, if you don't know them like that, that might be the straw that might break the camel's back. Right? So yeah, use it at your discretion. I agree. Use it at your discretion.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, I mean, the opportunity presents itself. Go ahead.
Yeah, slide in.
Yeah, but if it's not something that's detrimental, I agree. You can just let it slide. Just let it slide.
I think it's an ego thing and stuff for them when people don't want to.
It is
get like corrected when they're wrong, like bringing up an argument and stuff like that. Whatever.
Right.
I think it's an ego thing because no one wants to be wrong. Everybody thinks they're right.
Yeah.
And my thing and stuff is that if you just there's two sides to a book, but then we still have the truth that's in between.
In between.
Right? Bring that, fuck your ego, fuck your feelings, and then stick to like the facts.
Yeah.
I understand how you might feel or I might feel in the moment, but let's stick to the facts and then let's move on. Hopefully, we're trying to move on to a happier place or to a better place or to a peaceful place.
Yeah.
In the process.
Yeah.
But some people just really can't let shit go.
Nah.
Right?
They can't. You're right. It's that whole ego portion of them.
Yo,
some people's ego is so strong that they might not even be 100% on whatever they're arguing with, but they just want you to feel. They just want you to think that they're 100% with the argument that they're making. They want you to feel that because it's coming out their mouth and they're saying it that you should believe it.
Yeah, it's what is it? So was it Sigmund Freud? Oh, school's in session. Sigmund Freud, right? Philosopher that specializes in this whole ego thing. There's the id, the ego, and the super ego.
Right.
Look at you, okay, Professor.
Yeah, we get our Freud back.
When we get into that id portion of stuff,
yes,
that's more of the wrong and strong type.
Right.
Because they just feel a type of way. They're like, I don't care what you say. I want my toy. I want my baby. The kid portion of stuff.
The me.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like a lot of times and stuff, but people shun ego, right? Like, can having the ego be a good thing?
Yes.
What's the good sides to having the ego then?
The good thing about having an ego is that it helps with confidence.
Yes, honey.
I think it's a strong component to confidence.
Yes.
Without an ego that drives you, you're not going to be able to perform in certain arenas. You're not going to be able to perform in certain people. If you can't tell yourself, I can do this. If you don't have an ego that says you got this, you probably don't got it.
Yeah, you don't got it.
You probably don't got it.
Very true.
Right? So, yeah, you need that ego. Ego is something, it's not a bad thing.
But over the course of decades, we've put a negative connotation on it.
Right, we have.
Right? We say your ego's not your amigo, but in the way we said it it might have a negative connotation, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have this kind of confidence, bravado, modus of operandi with this kind of confidence. Now, if you're wrong, be prepared to face the wrong.
Exactly.
That's where the problem lies, when people don't want to face the wrong.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, Smurfs are green. Mic drop. Walk out the room. Bitch, what kind of broken TV you got?
You need to tune that shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, some people, like, all right. So, with you and your confidence, do you drink your own Kool-Aid?
To a certain extent.
Ooh. Go ahead. Elaborate for me.
I try not to get too ahead of myself. But I do know my strengths, and I rely upon my strengths. If that makes any sense.
So, you know your strengths.
And I rely upon my strengths. I know I'm good in a certain field, so I'll attack that certain field. But I won't go in
to uncharted territories.
All right, let me give you an example. And I didn't want to use this example we came across this, and I was skipping the example because of certain things that were in play. But now that certain things are no longer in play, I gotta say, fuck it, I can give the example, right?
Right.
Okay. So back when we were talking about tuning our own horns,
Yeah.
right? And I was saying, I think I'm exceptionally well at the things that I do in regards to podcasting and music wise, right?
Okay.
Now, I recently had an interview
Mm-hmm.
in regards to the whole podcast world,
Right.
right? As the interview progressed, I started realizing that I have more knowledge than the person who's conducting the interview
Right.
in this particular field, what they're now trying to enter and what I've been doing for the past almost 3 years now.
Yeah. 3 years.
I potentially know more about it, the ins and outs, than the person who's trying to hire me. So that person who's trying to hire me is either going to see me as an asset or a threat,
Ooh, asset or a threat? Yeah.
right?
Right.
Because if I come in knowing more than you, and then I'm doing all the things above and beyond, and maybe outshining you, then to the people above you, they might want to change the positions, right?
Right.
You knowing that is a possibility. That might be a problem for you. You may look at me as competition rather than an asset. So now you may not want to hire me based upon that knowledge. So now, if I'm thinking that way, then I gotta hide that part from you. Right? Know your enemy. Isn't that Sun Tzu? I gotta let you know that.
yourself, know your enemy, and you yourself win
Right.
1,000 battles effortlessly.
So all this time when the person is going off, I'm here acting like, oh yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let them know, okay, yeah, I do have this amount of knowledge. So I'm good enough for the job, right? But I just don't want to say, hey, you could do this, you could do that, you could do this, you could do that, because now I'm going to start making you probably feel inadequate. You don't want that,
Right.
right? So that's me knowing my ego and keeping my ego intact to say, it's not the place, it's not the time to be, look at me, this is what I can do.
I was gonna ask you and stuff like, do you let your accomplishments speak for themselves, or do you speak up for them? Right.
See,
but you let your knowledge kind of speak for itself.
let for itself.
And then you just kind of humbled most of yourself with to say, like, you know what, you're not about to, I want to say, take the person's job. I think the big line in what movie was that? Limitless. He's like, if I end up working for you, you're gonna end up becoming my bitch. And I was like, wait, how the fuck? What? I had to run that back.
And it's so fun. It's a funny thing because I never got a second. You know what they're supposed to close off with an email? They said they were gonna email me,
Yeah.
but they never emailed me. Once they never emailed me, I knew.
You knew.
I knew. At that point, I was like, okay, that's the acknowledgement.
That's the confidence you're talking about, because
Yeah.
you knew for a fact you knew what you were talking about,
right.
and your ego was an inflated portion. That's actually part of the super ego realm,
Yeah.
because you kind of know what you know, and you're able to understand and withdraw and hold back.
And hold back.
Yeah.
See, and like you said, that's part of the problem. That's the misunderstanding of the ego, because some people can't hold that back. So now you're so egotistical.
Yes.
You have such a big ego.
You got a big ego.
Right.
Big penis and a big ego. What kind of fucking episode is this? Yo, call it. I got a big. Dot.
Big.
Yeah, but like, okay, I was thinking about this stuff, especially like when I look at certain type of aspects and realms. I looked into ego again. Ego from men's side or women's side. Like, who do you think have a bigger ego? Men or women?
I like to think men.
Why?
I see it from a standpoint of men being more that hunter gatherer stock, where it's all about bronze and not necessarily so much brain.
Hmm.
A lot of ego goes into a lot of brawn.
It does.
Ego, there's a lot of thinking that goes into to being somebody who, how would I say it? When you're a thinking person
Hmm.
using your brain, you realize what the ego can get you into, either good or bad.
That's if you're self-aware.
If you're self-aware, so that's I'm thinking with the brain.
Yeah, but some people, they're not self-aware and they still have a brain and stuff and just said, you know what? Me,
Okay,
me.
self-aware. That's all. So let's change it. Let's change it from brain to self-aware.
Yeah.
Right. But then those who are brawn are also self-aware. Those who are brawny are self-absorbed, I would think.
They're self-absorbed.
Yeah, they're self-absorbed. So okay, not self-aware, so self-absorbed. So self-absorbed, your ego get away from you
No, your ego's like your best friend.
when you're self-aware.
Self-absorbed.
Self-aware, your ego.
Well, what kind of space itself from you?
Okay.
Because you
Right.
kind of
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
See, I look at it like this is me. In my world, I pair up ego and egotistical people with narcissistic people.
I can see that.
If I go on somebody's IG page and I see tons of like headshot selfies and everything like that, I'm like, the world's bigger than just you.
Right.
My brain just tends to default that you're in control of whatever you post. That's your world. I just live in it.
Yeah.
But I just look at it and stuff as that there's so much other things besides a photo of you that can describe
You.
your world.
Right.
Because a lot of times you post the things that relate to your world. You might have a dark humor kind of joke. I might not be able to understand it, but it relates to your world.
Right.
That's just what it is. And these things are supposed to be like, to me, like reflections into a person's world. So now if you have a type of behavior where it's me, and me, and you're more self-absorbed, yeah, I'm not a fan of that personally.
Right.
You function your way regardless, because what I eat don't make you shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, accomplishments, I tend to let them speak for themselves. Like when we had that discussion on a few shows ago and stuff, like I said, I don't have time for that because I have time to keep shit moving forward, keep it going. I don't really have that time to kind of look back. So I have other things and stuff on the plate. Like, okay, I knocked off this accomplishment, on to the next, on to the next.
Right.
So if somebody's to look at me and like proclaim that I might be egotistical or, I'm ego tripping and everything like that, I welcome the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I welcome the conversation. And it's not to disprove anything, but to understand
What
where.
would make you?
Yeah, what will make you? Yeah,
think
what
that?
will make you say that? Whatever, right? Because I know for a fact I don't drink my own Kool-Aid like that. Whatever. Because the other day I went somewhere. Where did I go? Walmart. I think I did went to Walmart. I went to Walmart and everything. Like as soon as I got away from like the entrance area, my mask is off.
Yeah.
I wear a mask all day at work.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
Then for me to, I'm after work till work. I'm like, I can't wait to come out. So when I came out to Walmart, I'm breathing. And this lady, she's like, she turned around and looked, and she looked back and stuff with her older lady.
Yeah.
And she's like, was that you? I'm like, yeah. She's like, what a good looking man to make such an ugly sound. Right? So I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So she's like, why are you saying thank you to the ugly sound? I was like, the first half. You had me in the first half. Second half went somewhere else. I couldn't control, but you had me in the first half. And she was laughing. So when we both walked to our cars and everything like that, I was like, oh, I'm not narcissistic to think like I'm good looking.
Yeah.
My mom would tell me I look good.
Yeah.
Damn near, hopefully I don't have a face only a mom can love.
Right,
Maybe that's the reason why a few women come in my DM.
Maybe.
But, I mean, I'm not trying to be ego tripping and stuff. Now, some women now. You said men, I say women because I see tons of women and stuff. Ladies, I'm not taking shots at you. I'm just calling a spade, and it's not to all. It's just to some. The selfie posting.
Yeah.
Fuck. The background of my phone is my son.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
The background on your phone is your drum machine.
Yeah.
We're not self-absorbed to put a photo of ourselves. We know what the fuck we look like.
Yeah.
But some people,
I know what I look
you-
like.
I seen a few women and stuff. I'm like, oh, is that you in the background on your phone? Yeah. What do you have on the background of your phone? I'm like, my son. She's like, why you have your son on your phone? I'm like, my son is my reason to live, and my son is my reason to die.
Yes, that's an important thing to my life.
Yeah. She's like, well, you gotta love yourself. I'm like, ego driven. So, and the world that we've created
Yeah.
with society standards, we've put women into competition kind of standing points. Like, they're at competition. Fuck, I never seen a Mr. Universe competition yet.
Nope. Me neither.
I never seen a Mr. America competition.
Me neither.
We've been putting women against each other and stuff for long, so it's been in competing ranks.
Yeah.
To the point there is kind of like, if you don't fit a type of degree or look or standard,
Yeah.
you're nothing, or you're not keeping up with the Joneses. You're not keeping up with what society's asking of you. And a lot of times when they do, they're like, haha, I'm meeting the mark. And they want to notify to the world I'm meeting the mark. I woke up like this.
Yeah.
I got my lashes done. Why you just can't wait till I see you and then, hit me on? Why
That's
you have
it.
to broadcast it? Like,
That's it.
So those are the things and stuff. I'm like, cheerlead for yourself in your own world.
Yeah.
When you're cheerleading for yourself, like in the thing, like, it's my birthday, wish me happy birthday. That's not how it works.
Nah,
Sing happy birthday to yourself and go to bed.
You gotta let other people cheer you on, man. Okay, look. Yesterday I took part in a photo shoot for my man, Sonny Said So, right? Shout out to Sonny Said So. Mm-hmm. He hit me up and he's like, Drew, could you come by the shoot? We're doing some cameos. I like the way how you present yourself in photos. I like how you look and so forth like that. I say, you know me, Photo Ho Joe. Yeah,
Photo Ho Joe.
So okay, bet. You know what I mean? I'll show up and so forth like that. So I get there, and so the director was very specific, right? It's like, okay, this is what I need. I need like a deadpan look. This, that, and the third. So I said, okay, yeah. I gave him the sweet but still street, and it was all good.
Go to the YouTube for that.
And it was
please.
all. It was
Y'all need to
all.
go to the YouTube.
It was all good because I know.
Wait, do it one more time. Fuck your dumb shit.
The sweet but still street.
What the fuck is that?
Now I know what the director's looking for because I'm in the field and so forth like that. So after he was like, "Yo, dope, he said,
that pose?"
He said, he said, "You're a natural, right?" So I'm like, "Yo, this is I'm feeling myself." I said, because I know,
feeling elated.
I know what they need.
Yeah,
I deliver up on what they need, right? And then he's telling me I was good at what they needed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yo, I was feeling myself. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be with a highlight to the video. Till Emiliano's uncle came in. And this is what I'm saying. Persona speaks a lot. Emiliano's uncle came in. I don't even know what the man's name. In my head it was just the Godfather. All this time I was just he was the Godfather. He did his shit. He stole the show. He just had the look about him. He didn't have to say nothing. But man's ego. It was larger than life.
So his ego, you were feeling.
His aura is feeling.
His aura.
And I mean, just the way his smoothness all the way to the bottom.
We spoke about that like long time ago. Even like the Sons on the Streets. Like, would you rather be handsome or suave? And I feel like handsome is a look, and suave is like an aura.
It's an
a
aura.
demeanor.
Yeah, demeanor.
You don't have to be the best looking man in the room, but if you present yourself in a type of way and you carry yourself a type of way, that's part of your aura, and that's part of the je ne sais quoi.
That's je ne sais quoi.
Right? So I feel like, and the same thing for women, like you have to be pretty or sexy. That's where the sexiness comes in because you have women, quote unquote, past their prime.
Yeah.
But you know, like you can't tell them they not the shit because the way how they carry themselves,
Yeah.
right? But they're not saying it. They're not like
They don't need to
broadcast.
say it.
Exactly.
They don't need to say it.
Exactly. That's why I said I tend to equate my world of ego with a narcissistic kind of like aspect
I
to
got
kind of chase it.
Got it.
I don't know because like okay, look at the first of all, real quick that what's the name Julie Payette, the Governor General, who resigned for Canada.
Oh, right.
The Governor General and stuff. So for the folks that don't know, Governor General, they answer to the Queen.
Yes.
They're like the voice of the Queen in the country and stuff that the Queen's not in.
Right.
When I heard there's been assault charges and everything pressed against her and everything, I'm like, oh shit! She out here flexing. She out here like telling her you gotta eat the box, whatever, right? So I was getting wild. And then when I was looking into it, I was like, oh, this lady's purely ego tripping. Like, cause there's been like mad complaints where she's been vocal and calling people like you ain't shit, you ain't gonna be shit, your mama ain't shit. You know, like she's styling on people. People quit and resign, left their tears, and people's like, yo, they just don't wanna fuck with her and everything like that.
Yeah.
And some people who knew her before, like, she was never like that. She was never like that before. Because she even a few years ago just recently got a divorce, but she just recently got the job.
I was gonna say, you think it is the position of the job or personal reasons that kind of changed her, or maybe
Position
a combination?
of power.
Position of power.
I feel like this is my thing. Well, I don't know if we spoke about on air, but I know I feel the type of way when I'm dealing with women in positions of power compared to men with positions of power.
Yeah.
And I feel like, yes, men do abuse their power. But I feel like when women do it, I feel like they do it and they have a point to prove. And I feel like I get more scared to answer to women just because of that.
Well,
You get pulled over by a cop.
and I'm about to say, and this goes for male or female. If you're in a position in power, right, a position of power, and at home you're dealing with a situation where you feel powerless. Yeah, you probably ain't gonna go full throttle at work, trying to make up for that lack of power that you feel at home.
But they got to try and keep the same energy. Like, if you can't say what you need to say or get your point across or use your position of power at home, if you can't do it in your yard, how can you do it abroad?
But you can do, but that's what I'm saying. At broad, you know there's consequences for the people who don't follow your orders.
There's consequences at home, too.
You can push your weight on a little bit more if you're ahead of somebody at work. Whereas at home, you're supposed to be equals. Your wife might look at you and say, "You ain't the boss of me."
Submit.
If you're at work,
2021, ladies. If you believe in the Bible, submit.
if you at work and you have employees underneath you, they can't
Right.
turn around and say, "You ain't the boss of me."
Yeah,
No,
because
nigga,
you actually
I'm
are.
the boss of you.
You are the boss of me now.
You understand? So, and on with that knowledge, some people might choose to abuse that.
True. Egotistical behavior is not to go with. I feel that having an ego can be a good thing.
I think it's needed.
Necessity. Necessity. I feel like it's a necessity.
It's a driving force. It's
Yes.
definitely a driving
Yes.
force.
Yes, especially how you broke it down. I fully agree with you. All right. Let's get to the question of the week.
Question of the week.
Question of the week. You ready for my shit? Are you ready?
What's up? What's this?
If you could speak to the hearts of the people from your country, what would be your message?
If I could speak to the hearts of my people from my country,
So in Canada, you can speak to everybody in Canada. Deliver like you know how the Prime Minister would give a speech about COVID reports and all that type of shit at 11 o'clock around that time.
Yeah.
If you had a moment to speak to all the people in Canada, what would you say?
I mean, this is probably gonna sound cliche-ish, but I don't give a fuck. Love everyone like how you love yourself.
That's not cliche. That's beautiful.
Yeah, but I think it's been said so many times and we just don't follow it. So many times in different. Actually, now that I think of it, I actually seen a post, right, where it's stated they give about maybe 10, I would say 8 to 10 different uh religious denominations and teachings, and in each one they say the same thing. They word it a little bit differently, but essentially saying the same thing.
Love.
Love everyone like how you would want to love yourself, or treat people like how you'd want to be treated.
The Bible's do unto others as you would have undone to you.
Right, right.
Right. I can testify to that. The message I would say would be similar to those on those lines. My thing was be kind.
Yeah.
Just be kind. I'm not asking you to be nice, but just be kind to fellow person, fellow man. It's not fellow woman, fellow whoever.
Shit, you know what? I'd be okay with just even be thoughtful.
Yeah.
Shit, I think if you even allow yourself to just be thoughtful, we'd accomplish a little bit more. Yeah. But be kind is not a bad start. Being kind is not a bad start at all.
Yeah, because like with the Bell Let's Talk thing, I said it to somebody at work, and two people like kind of rolled their eyes and stuff in the segment, because I had told them and stuff. I'm like, we wouldn't be in this particular kind of situation where mental health and people feel like they can't talk if we weren't better people on the planet. We
Right.
weren't kind enough to willing to hear a person out or to receive a few words and everything like that, right? That's where it gets kind of sticky. And the two women and stuff, they kind of just looked at me, rolled their eyes like, oh, this guy. But I'm like, and I told them and stuff, I'm like, if we were to be in a situation where we're good and you're bad, you wouldn't want somebody to hear your cry for help or your plea? And they're like, yeah, but that's not the point. But I'm like, but you still say yeah. And then they're like, I'm not talking to you no more. You want to come with your philosophical shit. But I'm like, it's not. It's a human thing. In order to be a human being, you have to have humanity. Just be kind.
Yeah. Communicating with the right person is, I would say, is also the key.
How do you find the right person, though?
And you know that's hard, right? And I
Exactly.
think that might be part of the problem of why people find it so hard to communicate. Or, you know what I mean? Because I'll give you an example. I was following one post of a friend of mine, right? And they said something about, they were complaining, or the post had something in regards to men still using the term female, right? Now, I try my personal best not to use the term. I know some women find it offensive, right? When the post was made, even though I knew some women find it offensive, I did not know what the offense was. Right. I never stopped to ask it. I never stopped to question it. I was like, look, if they find it offensive, I'm just not even bothering to go down that route, right? So I was like, I said, I don't refer to women as females because I know that it's no longer a thing. But for my curiosity, can you explain to me why it's not a thing, right? Because I don't know. I want to know, right?
Right. You got backlash.
The backlash I got, dude, was nuts. Because I was posting on somebody else's the post, and the person was like, oh, I'm so tired of having to explain why this is that and that. And I'm like,
that's woman-splaining.
How many countless times has she put posts and something? And I'm saying to myself, hey, wait.
You don't see every post. Algorithms, baby.
Exactly. I'm like, hey, first and foremost, this is the first time that I'm ever seeing anything in regards to this and you being involved with it. I'm just merely asking, a question because
Right.
I want to be educated.
Of
I don't
course.
want to act stupid. I don't want to act like I
You
know.
know when you
right?
don't.
I'm already not doing it. But now I just want to know why I'm not doing it.
And that right there is what I'm talking about. Be kind.
Right.
If they were kind enough to say like, "Oh shit,
Yeah.
he doesn't know. Let me explain." Not
Ex-
like she explained it already 10 million times. That's not kind.
Exactly.
That's not
And I'm
kind.
like, and then the other girl whose post I'm replying to, she chimes in with the too. I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. So I googled the information, I found out the information, and I went back to the page because I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
And I went back to the page and I said, oh, well, I did some research on my own since people found it so hard to give me an explanation. I found out this, that, and the third is that I see why it can be an offense. Thank you. And that was it.
I told you, social media doesn't educate. Internet does. Social media don't tell you shit because people don't know. They don't fucking know themselves.
I'm like, yo, that's wild. I'm like, I'm not coming at you anyway.
I know.
I'm simply just trying to find
Bruh, I feel your
an
pain.
answer, dude.
I feel your pain.
Wow, I thought she was gonna eat my heart out.
Oh no. They definitely they go for their blood. They're there for blood. All right. Let's get to the Ask the Sons and slide out.
Slizzy.
Shout out to Ben Dillinger.
Ben D.
His question is, all right, there's a lot to unpackage. If two half-black business owners open a business
Right.
and one full black person and one full white person open a business together,
Right.
which one is a black business? Black-owned business.
What? Say that again. Break that down one more time. Because I think even people listening is like, what the hell?
All right. So you got two businesses.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
One business is with two half black people. So let's say both of them are half black.
Right.
One parent for each side is black. One
Right.
parent for each side is white.
Right. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And they own a business together.
Yeah.
Then you have another business over here that you have two people,
Yeah.
one black person,
Right.
full black,
Yeah.
and another full white person own a business together.
Right.
Which one of these are black businesses?
Both.
Really?
Yes.
Why? I say
Because I'm going back to the original theory of the Caucasians, man. 1% of black in anything is black.
so even if
Listen.
the black person is to own 30% of the business and the white person owns 70%, that's considered a black business.
Considered a black business.
Gotcha. Okay.
Considered a black business. If
Go ahead.
you got to go sit down in front of that loan officer, and it's the black person that goes and sits down in front of the loan officer looking for that loan, is it a black business or is it a white business?
White. See, I looked at like who owns what. If we're doing 50-50,
Yeah.
if we're doing 50-50 and stuff, whatever, it's not a black business. In my world,
Okay.
it's not a black business and stuff, whatever. Now, the two half black people, I think they're going to identify their life being black regardless.
Right.
So I think they're going
Yeah.
to fit into the
They're
black
gonna fit- they're
business
gonna fit.
realm.
What if, okay, 50-50, the proprietors, half, one white, one black, right? But they're an African artifacts store selling African artifacts.
Both of them might be from Manhattan. They might be from Pasadena, California.
Look, both of them could be from Wichita, Kansas.
Exactly.
Is it still a black business or not a black business?
I guess was the content of the judge not the store by the outside of it, but the content of the store. So it's a black business then. Okay. Cool.
Touche.
That's what Rachel Dole's on her husband do. So don't hate on my boo. Okay. Hey boo. Hey boo. I see you.
Woo.
Next question comes from Bender. What's the dumbest way you've hurt your balls? Bruh,
Tell me so it hurt my balls.
Bruh, you know what the funniest thing too? I thought about this shit. Somebody gave me a tennis ball from work. One of the massage therapists at work.
Okay.
I was telling him, like, my back is sore. COVID kind of killed most of massage
Yeah,
therapy.
yeah.
So I can't really go for treatment and stuff like that.
Right.
So she's like, she felt the knot. She touched me. She felt the knot. She's like, you know what? Take a tennis ball, put it against the wall, and just rub it, go up and down on that area for a few minutes.
Yeah.
It'll kind of work its way out and stuff the more you do it.
Okay.
But 10 minutes per time.
Right.
And you should be kind of good at stuff, whatever, to kind of get those kind of small knots out that you can't reach for yourself or anybody can't do with a massager, right?
Got it.
So I'm like, dope. My dumb ass, I did for like 3 minutes. I'm like, this is stupid. I started throwing the ball against the wall, and then the ball hit me in my nuts. I was like, God didn't send me here to be throwing no damn ball against the wall.
Yeah.
It was the type of guy like, you dumbass.
Yep.
Use it on your back, not throw it against the wall. And I was just sitting there in pain, like, oh, why? That's the dumbest way I hurt myself in the balls. How about you?
I nicked my balls manscaping once.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Did you freak out when you seen blood?
A little bit, yeah.
I would freak out.
It is a little
I would lose my shit.
Yeah.
That's when I will go to a white business. I would turn white. Like, this is the end. This right here is a protective area. I'm delicate as shit with this. Like when you see like the lawnmower commercials and shit, I was like,
Yeah, needless to say, I don't manscape really that much anymore.
it's understood. I understand. I fully understand. All right, last question comes from Super Duper Girl.
Okay.
What is a word or a phrase that you say too much? Honey child, the word for Marv is like. Deep down, I always try to cut that out my vocab.
Mine is not, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I listen back to some of the episodes, I'm like, shit, I gotta stop saying that.
Same thing too. The episode that you were missing in action with?
Yeah.
I heard like. I'm like, damn, what am I from the valley? Like, oh my God, like totally, like I totally like this. Like, and I like that. Like, oh my gosh. And I was like, see? So I was like, I can't stop it. I got a problem.
I was like, one episode I was conscious. I was like, I did good. I was like, yo, shit, I did good. Because I was listening back. I said, nah, this is, it's just like, there was probably maybe one. Episode after that, I went right back. I was like, nah, meaning all over the place.
Make peace with your inner beast,
You
man.
just have to make peace.
Yo, make peace with the inner beast. Just don't feed it. Just make peace with it. All right. We out here, man. We about to dip out.
That's good.
With Associated Sons for the week. Associated Sons for the week, especially we talking about the mental health and people not having conversations.
Yes.
And all the above countrywide. And this is a worldwide thing.
Yep.
So say the Sons for the week is a quick, simple, basic one. Hopefully everybody can remember it. So say the Sons for the week is, are you okay?
Are you okay?
So say the Sons. We want to know if you're okay. A lot of people don't get asked this question quite often. A lot of people don't really have anybody to turn to. I think we was listening to Kanan, I think. And he has that song. It's like, is anybody out there with Nelly Furtado?
Right.
And I was like, there's tons of people asking that.
Yeah.
Because they're just waiting for somebody to ask them if they're okay. So the Sons just want to know if you're okay. Let us know. Like, comment, subscribe.
That's it.
And just let us know, even in the likes. We see it all.
We see it all, man.
We see it all on all the aspects. We just want to know, are you okay?
And do remember, when you're liking, subscribing, and asking, drop by to the IG page. Also, go ahead and start following Supreme Clientele and the Zua Risk Essentials.
Yes.
Find those pictures of those items that you like. Send it to a friend. Send it to a friend and let them know. In the message, I want the Podical Sons to get me this. All right? We run this all through February. This will be the contest of contests. This will be our first contest. We want it to be something nice.
Second.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we did that thing. So this is going to be the second. This is going to be the second contest. All right? So, I think that's it, Mark.
Okay. Once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love. Y'all be safe out there.
Peace.
Peace.
The Podical signs with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.